Hi, my name is Corey Kwan, and this is my final portfolio presentation. I started my CWI career back in January 2021, and here I am in December 2023. And I'm going to be graduating in a couple weeks, so very exciting time. Getting right into it, my thesis statement for this presentation is with the skills, knowledge, and opportunities the media arts program has given me, I'm confident that I can be successful as I pursue a career in media. So just giving a clear outline of what I'm going to be touching on this presentation, I'm going to talk about what I've learned in the classroom, what I've learned outside the classroom, and what's next for me. So what I've learned in the classroom. So I think before becoming a media arts major, I didn't have much experience with um, creating media outside of just creating little videos on iMovie here and there. But that was just very amateur stuff. But I took introduction to video production, introduction to audio production, and multimedia storytelling, all three classes within the same semester, which was my first semester as a media arts major. And it was intense. I had to create content uh, basically on a weekly basis for three different classes, um, all just doing different things in each of those classes. And it really pushed me to my creative limit. I remember being creatively drained by the end of the semester, but I loved it. It was a fantastic semester. And what I learned in those classes was that not only do I really like doing this thing, and not to toot my own horn, but I recognize that I have a knack for this thing and that I am good at what this thing is. And having teachers tell me, and there being proof of people actually doing this for their real life job, and that this doesn't need to be like some sort of side gig, or really inspired me and really pushed me forward. And then let's see, last year in November, one of my teachers helped me get a job at Idaho News 6 and I got hired there last year in November as a part-time digital content producer. And during that same semester, I was taking a media, news writing, and reporting class. Now, in that class, in combination with that class and doing that job on the weekends, it gave me a much deeper understanding of what it's like to actually produce content that is news. So that involved me writing a lot, and there's a difference between writing for web and writing for broadcast, and I had to learn both of those things. And I also learned how to read press releases and regurgitate them in a way that's conversational for basically anybody to understand. And so just with those two things, so with working and studying basically the exact same thing, I got a much deeper and better understanding of what my job entails. And so these are clear examples of what I've learned in the classroom. Now, what I've learned outside the classroom, so before I became a media arts major, actually before I even started going to CWI, I did a lot of manual jobs. I worked the graveyard shift at Albertson stocking shelves. I did mowing and landscaping. I've done sprinkler installation, and I've done a lot of framing. And during those times, I realized that I wanted to do something more than this, that I wanted to do something creative. And that really got me interested in pursuing a higher education at CWI. Um, uh, and then what I've learned from one of my professors, my first semester as a media arts major, is that I'm moving at my own pace. I remember at the time I had a bunch of friends that were doing a lot of manual labor jobs, and they're getting a lot more money than I was at the time. And I was getting pretty frustrated with that. I was on the verge of um, just quitting the major and just jumping into welding or something like that. And this teacher pulled me aside and said, don't worry about them. What works for them is not going to work for you. And what you're doing right now is probably not going to work for them. Um, he recognized I had talent in what I was doing. And then he spurred me on, basically saying, you're good at this, pursue this, don't worry about making money, this is what you're passionate about. And I don't think if it wasn't for that talk, I don't think I would be here right now. And finally, this last lesson that I've learned is that I really enjoy helping people, and that I'm really thankful for my internship opportunity, which was as a TA and lab assistant at the Media Lab at CWI. Um, I was able to interact with a bunch of students. I was able to talk to them about what I was doing within the professional world, like what I was doing at Channel 6, um, and whatnot. And I was just really thankful that I was able to talk to some of them about what it's like to actually be out there in the real world working in media. I'm really thankful for that opportunity, and learned a lot. So what's next for me? Long story short, I'm thinking about just taking a break on school for a bit. I want to see what I can do with my associates, my associates, yeah, my associate's degree. And so just taking a break from school for a bit, because I want to make sure that I find a major that I'm passionate about, and then pursuing that, before I start spending thousands of dollars without really knowing where I want to go. I just want to get a clear idea of what I want to do, see what it's like for just someone with an associate's degree, and see where that takes me. So I guess that's what's next. And again, thank you so much for watching this presentation. My name is Corey Kwan. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.